Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the No Offseason podcast. Back from a little 1 week break, but we are back and in action. And as you can see, Jordan's got to moved his desk around, so we have
Switch things up a little bit.
So welcome to Jordan's whole room.
Feng Shui. Thank you.
Is it feng shui when you only move your desk?
Apparently it is. It's rearranging still.
Is it? I thought it was like rearranging multiple.
I was just what I was told last night. I thought because all I did was turn it. So
who lied to you?
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know if that's feng shui. I don't think that's.
My friend Amanda on the phone last night.
Ooh. Are you gonna shout out on the podcast?
Ending their lives together. Shout out on the podcast. Yoshi's excited about it.
Yoshi's
excited.
Let's go.
About it. How's life been, boys?
Fantastic.
Life is good.
Couldn't be better.
Great, it's Pie Day.
Life is good.
What'd you say, Brian?
Said it's great, it's Pie Day.
One of the great.
Day?
One of the great
159.
That's right.
Forgot about that.
It's a Pie Day on Pie Day.
Oh,
ha ha ha!
Damn, we should have been eating pie.
We should have.
Also, the greatest week of the year. One of the greatest weeks of the sports calendar.
Yes.
It's so much fun. Between March Madness and NFL free agency, it's like, dude.
We're
chef's
spoiled.
kiss.
We also can't forget Friday, St. Patty's Day. How y'all doing?
And the World Baseball Classic, dude. I've just been drowning in sports. It's great.
There was a perfect game last night. It was a perfect game or no hitter?
It was.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch.
I watched part of it and I got really upset and turned it off.
It's at least a no hitter, but it could have been a perfect game. I'm not sure.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyhow,
Close enough. Baseball.
Yeah,
baseball. Yeah,
it was definitely a no hitter. I know that. I know that much.
Baseball season's right around the corner.
So
that
fun.
it is. That it is.
Gonna go to some Philly games.
That's right.
Check it out.
Dollar Dog Nights, concerts, post-game concerts, Shaq's DJing the post-game concerts. Great summer coming up.
That is DJ Diesel.
Gonna be
DJ
lit.
Diesel. It's gonna be great. That Saturday night's gonna be bumping at the ballpark. As Scott Fransky said, Bedlam at the bank, baby. Bedlam at the bank.
All right. Well, this week there's no BBC. Unfortunately, not. There's no BBC.
Well, nobody got back to us. Nobody wanted to take busy schedules. You know,
Busy
NFL
schedules.
free agency.
And we had a couple people say that Bryant was a rude guest, or a host. So
I mean, I think teams are just busy. Teams are prepping for the tournament. NBA teams are, focusing on the end of the season, getting ready for the playoffs. Just the schedules didn't line up this week.
It really is. Like every sport, it was just like NBA's like playoff run, NHL playoff run, MLB's got spring training, football, free agency, college. They're getting ready for the draft, or they're getting ready for March Madness. I couldn't get anyone. I'm sorry.
You're chaos.
And as a good sports fans, we accept that. We wish well.
We do.
It's okay.
Follow us
But
next week, BBC.
Right.
Happening.
Next week we'll be back.
But we do have Guess the Jersey still.
Oh, we do.
And it's March Madness themed.
Did I do this one before? I can't remember.
I mean, I don't know. You better start.
Dude, I gotta start writing these down because I'm like losing it, man.
You know what the best thing is? We have all these on recording, so you can go back and look.
That's true. I could just pop in each one, and
if you did, it's probably on Twitch, and that's probably gone.
That is just a fact.
So,
that is a fact.
I forgot we did a couple episodes there.
We did. But
most of them are right here.
Well, I think you know the team.
It's Duke.
Unfortunately, the worst college basketball team in the country. That's fine.
Says the one that's in the NIT and declined.
That's fine. You know what? That's totally fine.
We're too good for the NIT.
Well, just remember that your coach lost his last game to us. So.
You're focusing on the past and your finals. Congratulations. Your school finals, that is. Not.
I mean, we have the most recent. We have the most recent natty, so that's cool. You just remember that, buddy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Who is it then?
I'm gonna go with the Tatum. That's a Tatum one right there.
It's a solid guess.
That's what I'm rocking with, even though.
I have two names. We'll go Zion.
Oh, yeah, I
See,
forgot. Legit forgot he played there.
Bryant, any guesses?
There's so many.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Tatum out of everyone.
All right.
Honorable mention, Bobby Hurley.
Kyrie was my other thought.
No, that's what I thought too. Damn it! I thought it too. Fucker.
Dude, I was between Zion and Kyrie. I was between Zion and Kyrie.
He doesn't even like Kyrie.
I like Kyrie. I just don't like his mannerisms.
I mean,
I like his.
Fair, can you really call him a Duke Blue Devil? He played like maybe what, 3 games
12
that year.
12?
I wasn't even.
No, there's one jersey that I need so bad. It's JJ Redick because he's my favorite Duke player ever. But
I hated him at Duke, but it's respectable.
I wanted to punch that guy in the face at Duke.
Yeah,
I was between Zion and Kyrie so bad. I was like,
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
both number
nice
one.
Cam. Nice one, Cam. Nice one.
Kyrie
switched it up.
Kyrie was my pick. I switched it at the last second. God damn it!
I thought you were.
Thank God it was not fucking Grayson Allen though. I'd
kick him off the podcast.
That I would have a Grayson Allen jersey.
I feel like you're some. I mean,
you are a Duke fan.
Scummy that
Undercover Grayson Allen fan down there.
Yeah,
I can't stand him.
Kyle Singler, Greg Paulus.
I love Kyle Singler.
Of course you would.
Loved him.
Of course you
would. Him and Redick, man.
Sheldon Williams.
At least you didn't like Dunleavy. That's probably my number 1 most hated Duke player of all time. Mike Dunleavy is personally he's my most hated.
I need a Grant Hill on the Bulls. I need a Grant Hill.
That's
my most hated Duke player. God, it's tough.
Mine's Grayson Allen for sure. Mine's Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen's just a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, I can't stand that guy, honestly.
Sheldon Williams is right up there. Chris Duhon. Fuck Chris Duhon.
Early to mid 2000s teams, man.
Fuck Chris
Duhon. Nolan.
He's another one. Nolan Smith, man.
Nolan Smith, baby.
He was just averagely good for no reason.
I know. He was so filthy.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into it before we get to our bracket. Like we said, the NFL's legal tampering doesn't make any sense, but legal tampering is here.
Call it free agency.
Just call it free agency. It's so stupid. We're gonna go over some of the bigger signings and a few trades that have gone down, and we're just gonna talk about it, get through it. And I just have a list, so we're just gonna go one by one. First things first, the Oakland. I still have to say that.
In our hearts.
Yeah. The Las Vegas Raiders lose Derek Carr, but they go and sign Jimmy G. He's a Raider. Back with Coach McDaniels.
Patriots 2.0 over there. Getting Jacoby Myers.
Yep. Yeah, let's just add it.
Getting rid of
Jacoby Myers, too. Yeah.
That franchise is effed. Sorry. They're done, dude.
They just picked up Marcus Epps. You better watch out, Holmes.
Sorry.
How dare you disrespect? Just kidding.
Sorry.
I think it makes sense from the standpoint of they have the security if they don't get to draft a quarterback this year. They have someone in the wings and they can look forward to next year. I think even if they drafted somebody, they would probably start Jimmy G this year anyway. So it's kind of like an insurance policy where it's like they're not rushed to get a quarterback. So like they have options in the draft at 7 and then they can look forward to next year as well. You have Myers, you have Adams. That offense can still, and Jacobs got tagged, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Jacob. So, like, technically, you still have him too. The offense isn't looking terrible. So now you also lost a piece, but we'll get on that later.
Pretty big one. Also, their defense still isn't great. So I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. They're going down the dump. Does anyone know what Jimmy G got guaranteed? Like, what's their out?
Guaranteed, I have no idea. I know it's like $26 million a year.
A year?
Contract, okay. Yeah. So it's not terrible.
I'm just wondering if they, if it's a 2-year rental, that's a different story. But I know if he's guaranteed for 3 full years, that might backfire a little bit.
Definitely makes me think that number 7 pick is going to be a defensive player.
Guaranteed at signing is $33.75 million. Total guaranteed is $45.
So yeah, there's an out after 2. There's an out after 2.
Yeah.
So,
years.
so Jordan, you said that they can wait a year on a quarterback. But when you go and trade for Devontae Adams the year prior, can you really say that you can wait a year on a quarterback?
I'm just saying that's probably what they're giving themselves flexibility.
Add it to the poverty franchise list.
Possibly.
It's getting there.
They're gone, dude. Anybody, and I'm sorry, it's the Belichick tree. It just does not work, man.
I think
It
Josh
does
McDaniels
not
is a
work.
terrible coach.
He's horrendous, man.
There's
He's made a lot of enemies out of that locker room already. I don't think Josh Jacobs likes him, honestly.
Josh Jacobs tweeted after Waller got traded.
Yeah,
He said,
he's like,
sad
what
for
the
real."
hell, basically. It's just because him and Josh didn't get along too. That's the crazy part. His contract ain't even that bad. Pretty wild.
For a quarterback, it's not bad at all.
It's not. It's okay. He's a bridge quarterback, but like you said,
Yeah,
for
it's
a
a
year. For a year, he's fine. But I mean, let's just stick to the Raiders because, like you said, they signed Jacoby Myers, but then they trade Darren Waller.
Patriots move, man. That's literally, it's boiled down to that. It's a Patriots move. That's the Patriot way right there.
It's a very
And it doesn't work anywhere else but New England. And even now, you're seeing, the ripple effect.
I mean, it could be a case too of like they couldn't agree on a contract, so it's like
He signed for 4 more years, man.
Oh, was he already had an extension?
Dude, he signed an extension.
yeah.
Well,
That was single-handedly the dumbest trade I've ever seen. Like, not the dumbest, but it's up there, man. That's like pretty bad.
questionable move on their part.
I don't
but-
know. Whatever.
I find it interesting that they didn't trade Devontae now.
Yeah, I thought they were just going to do an overhaul at this point. But then
yeah.
like, bringing in Jimmy G was just like, all right, let's still try to contend in the AFC. But like,
But then to get rid of Waller feels like a step backwards.
And then to sign
without a
Jacoby
doubt.
Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's like,
Who a lot of people had high on their boards, but I never understood why.
I mean, I
He's-
think he's okay.
He's good.
solid,
He's a
too.
good receiver. I think it's just he has trouble finding the end zone. So if he had a couple more touchdowns, like a lot of people would talk about him. But
Probably, yeah.
also, no one talks about Patriot receivers ever. It's very rare. Very rare.
It is nowadays.
But yeah, kind of makes you wonder what the Raiders are doing. Like, trade Waller. Granted, Waller has only played, I think, like 16 games over the last 2 years.
Yeah,
So he's had some
17,
injury
yeah,
issues. Yeah,
yeah.
so he's had injuries over the last 2 years, and he's been in the league 7 years.
5 or 6. He came in at 23. He got in old, so 6 years. I believe he's played. I believe he's played 6 seasons.
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
drafted in 15.
yeah, 6th
Okay.
round pick, 16, 15.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you're talking about a guy who's almost 30, coming off of 2 injury-plagued years. I can understand why you get rid of him, because Foster Moreau wasn't terrible last year. He was serviceable. He's good.
I agree.
He's good, but I don't know. For me, like in terms of weapon, like I know Darren Waller acts more like a receiver than a tight end, but I mean he can create separation. He catches the ball at a high rate. Like that's a talented tight end right there.
he's played 20 out of 34 games the past 2 years.
Oh,
So
I'm
he's missed
sorry.
14.
I thought it was a little more. A little
No,
less.
you're good.
My bad. But so let's transition this over to the Giants getting themselves a tight end. You know, they had Bellinger, who's a solid little player last year, but obviously Darren Waller is more the upper echelon tight ends in the league. And it
Catching, yeah.
it gives Daniel Jones a nice little target that hopefully doesn't have stone hands like when Evan Ingram was there.
Yeah, well, thank God he doesn't. But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Truthfully, I mean, you flip Kadarius Toney for a 3rd round pick, then you flip the 3rd round pick for Darren Waller. Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller. I do that 10 out of 10 times.
Kadarius Toney took his team to the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
You're right. That was all Kadarius.
It
Let me
was.
check
He
his
did
stats.
score a touchdown.
He did score a touchdown. And guess
No,
what?
He's a good
And
little
what?
player, man,
And
but-
what? Kansas City only won by 3, and he scored a touchdown. Boom, game changer. He
Oh,
won the
man.
Super Bowl. There's Toney. What's up,
Until he's
baby?
out. Until he's out 10 games next year because of a hamstring.
They only
No,
need a
that-
playoff run. That's all he needs.
No.
Playoff run.
Listen,
No,
first off,
I do think Tony's a good little player, but he's freaking.
he got out of
annoying on social media.
MetLife. the injuries are behind him. He left MetLife. We're fine.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not on that turf anymore. He's not on that field anymore.
Well, I don't think anybody's on that turf anymore. So let's see what happens.
All I gotta say, as a Giants fan, I'm very excited about this. And Okereke, I'm probably even more excited about because we had no linebackers at all last year. And to get him for 4 years, $40 million. I mean, $10 million a year. That's a no-brainer for Joe Shane. I think he's crushing the offseason so far. I'm interested to see. Still need some receivers, right?
Yep, absolutely.
But getting Darren Waller was a huge start to get that reliable third down option for Daniel Jones. I mean, he was throwing a Richie James and Marcus Johnson on third down last year, so it's a huge get.
Okay, first off, never disrespect Rick James again. Okay.
Sorry, go Rick James. I apologize.
Solid fourth receiver right there.
Yep. So next step, I think, for the Giants is to go out and get Hunter Renfrow, and then they'll be complete.
No, I think I'd personally
solid slot receiver right there.
Hunter Renfrow to Josh McDaniels is what Wes Welker and Julian Edelman was to Bill Belichick.
You just nailed that on
So
the
he's
head.
he's not getting touched. All right,
Never untouchable
No.
premium player.
untouchable.
I'd say wide receiver is a premium position, right? You have a 25th overall. 25th overall pick, draft a receiver there. And you got Wandale coming back from injury, signed Shepard. I know he's going to be the fourth option there. Isaiah Hodgins is a good piece.
Sterling.
If you've given up a third for Darren Waller, do you give up that quote second, maybe another third for Nuke, and then draft like Jordan Addison or like Kayshon Boutte at 25?
So it's possible now that they got the linebacker. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Shane's philosophy is like drafting, right? I think that's what he wants to do, like get a young team, talent, not have to pay these huge contracts for, because you got Dexter Lawrence coming up. He's going to get a huge deal after what some of these tackles are getting. I think personally, I would trade for Judy or draft. Judy's going to be a lower pick and lower money annual, or just draft one, or do both.
Yeah, I mean Judy would be nice too. Can't lie. Judy would be nice. I do think at that 25 spot you get a wide receiver.
Yeah, it's going to be JSN, Addison, one of those.
In a few weeks, we're going to be doing a full 1-round pick, full first round mock draft in a few weeks. Stay tuned for that one.
Whole podcast, not each individually. That'll take forever.
Well, like you said, so you guys get Darren Waller, and then you sign Bobby Okereke, 151 tackles last year for the Colts.
That's good.
Can't remember the last time the Giants had a solid linebacker.
Antonio Pierce.
I was literally going to say
2006.
Yeah, probably.
2007. Yeah.
He was on those 2011 teams, I thought.
Blake Martinez was good for like a year or two for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a Blake Martinez replacement who's younger and more athletic and can actually do some coverage in the passing game a little bit.
Random Stanford linebackers that were good for literally like 3 years and then they were out of the league. James Goff, I'm looking at you.
All right, our next move. The Philadelphia Eagles lose their top defensive tackle in Javon Hargrave as he moves to the San Francisco 49ers to just bolster up that defense a little more. You got to think the Niners, they have 2 quarterbacks on rookie contracts. They have money, and they're going to make the moves that the Eagles made last year when Jalen Hurts was on his rookie contract. But
that's fair.
Hargrave got the bag.
Yeah, he did. He got paid nice.
Deserved it after this year.
As he should, yeah, man. 11 sacks from that D tackle spot's not too shabby. He was consistently in quarterbacks' faces.
Get your money, kid.
And that's just going to make that defensive line even scarier over there out west.
San Francisco might be the best defense we've ever seen. Like, it's going to be up there. Like, this thing is going to be disgusting.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely.
I'm scared.
They got players at all 3 levels.
That team overall is just going to be scary.
Taking them in fantasy.
Yeah.
That's my defense in fantasy. It's going to be San Francisco. I mean, you put Hargrave with Bosa. I mean, that's not. No.
Fred Warner behind him.
Yep.
They'll be hitting the 50 sack mark probably this year.
Yeah.
Good chance.
They should probably run away with that division next year.
Probably should. We'll
Like,
say.
if you sit there and you're like, yeah, I think they're going to win 13, 14 games next year, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
I think it's fully possible, but their health
on
has always been a
quarterback
huge
play.
issue with them. So
Depending
who
on
knows?
quarterback play, I guess.
I don't think
Yeah,
they need to really worry
also,
about
yeah.
fucking quarterback.
Yeah, honestly, I think I could
I
throw the ball
mean-
there.
I mean,
a good
listen,
chance.
you got to make sure you don't turn the ball over though. If you keep giving teams short fields, possibly.
True.
I don't care how good their defense is, but yeah.
The defending champion Kansas City Chiefs get Jawan Taylor.
Yeah.
They lost a couple offensive linemen. They signed Jawan Taylor, who's one of the best tackles last year. He got the bag. You got to protect Patty Mahomes, and the Chiefs are doing whatever they can to protect Patty Mahomes.
Smart move.
They lose one, they grab one.
Yep.
It's the same story every year.
Smart move, which they're going to get rid of Orlando Brown, who's been linked to the Bears up there. Hasn't been official yet. But
yeah, protect Jay Fields, baby.
Absolutely. I mean, you signed
Protect
Nate
the
Davis.
franchise, Brian. Protect the franchise.
Let's go into the Bears. You signed Nate Davis. Possibly going to sign Orlando Brown, which we talked about. We said with all this money, there's offensive linemen in this free agency class. Sign them, which is what they're doing. But then
How many players currently have the Bears signed?
I didn't
5 or
look yet.
6. No,
Listen,
like
you got a
5.
linebacker.
it's 5 or 6. Yeah.
It's
You got-
5, and they still have the highest cap.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
insane.
It's
They
about
have
to be
money.
6. It's about to be 6. You're gonna get Isaac Seumalo as well.
I don't think they signed Brown, and the only reason why is the reason Schefter said on ESPN today, stating that Brown wants to be paid way more, and that's why Kansas City didn't want him anymore.
He wants to be paid as a left tackle when he's actually a right tackle.
Yeah, he wants the Roquan money, and I think you're getting from polls that he doesn't want to spend a fuck ton of money in free agency, which is kind of cool.
Hey, Poles, we're gonna tell you to do something that the last couple regimes didn't do. You draft your linemen. Get them on that rookie deal as well. Get some studs up there.
Yeah. But I mean, then you also lock up your linebackers as like you said, you get rid of Roquan. Roquan goes size $100 million deal, but you go ahead and you sign Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, 2 linebackers for $90 million, I think, combined for both of them.
Underneath what Roquan was supposed to get paid.
No, that's huge, man. Huge.
And plus you have Schoburn.
Yeah. Yep. Some nice moves by the Bears so far.
Yeah. Only question I have is
TJ Edmonds was cheap too.
You know,
that was a hell of a
TJ Edwards. You mixed the
Yeah,
two. I was
TJ
like,
Edwards,
Edmonds was
yeah.
TJ Edmonds,
Yeah.
baby.
That's
TJ
TJ
Edmonds.
that is one thing. They have to keep their numbers completely separate. Like 2 different spectrums, because it's gonna be hard to be like,
Edmonds
I have
and
no idea who
Edwards.
the fuck that is.
Yeah.
but we
That
did
cap
okay.
next year jumps.
So we didn't have a podcast last week, so I don't think we've talked about it yet. Actually, we haven't on this podcast.
That's right.
Number 1 pick got traded. The Bears traded the number 1 pick, and
For DJ Moore.
it didn't even fall to 4. They fell to 9 for another first round next year, a second round this year, a third in 2025, and DJ Moore. So we're going to give the floor to Bryant. It's your team. Give us your thoughts on the trade.
I think it was way too early. First off, I'll start with that. I think that they could have waited a little bit longer after signing all these players and kind of stirred the pot a little bit more. DJ Moore, young, talented wide receiver. Do I think he's top tier or could have gotten someone different? Like a Max Crosby or even Devontae, if they would have traded down to what's
7.
The
Raiders are
Raiders
seven.
are 7. Yeah.
Yeah. A very similar deal with, the Raiders or even the Colts, where they go out and get Michael Pittman or Quentin Nelson. So it's a very interesting. The only positive I think is that 2024 first round draft pick. I don't see Carolina being good next year.
So that's where I would disagree.
See,
but
I think they can win that division.
I don't
know.
think they do.
Now I feel like the Saints will, but I don't know.
It's definitely possible.
I'm the only one on this podcast that thinks that was a good trade, by the way, for the record.
Who's their quarterback?
I never said it was a bad trade.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I think it was just these two then. Never mind.
Who's their quarterback?
See, I agree with Bryant in saying that it was too early.
I do think they could have fielded more offers. My point was just like I think DJ Moore is a first round, he's a first round talent.
I think the Bears front office could have blown smoke for the next month.
Oh yeah,
and drove it
Probably.
up. You can drive smoke. You can put out rumors like, "Oh damn, well the Falcons, the Falcons have Pitts and whatever they want to move up. Oh, the Colts really have their guy." Like you could have smoked that for a month and probably gotten more. I like DJ Moore. I don't think DJ Moore in one.
I
He's
think so.
fringe.
That's where
Fringe.
I like DJ Moore a lot.
I like him.
Very
I
versatile.
think he's been hindered by quarterback play his entire career. It's my opinion.
That's very valid.
Oh yeah, no, totally valid point right there.
But
Yeah, the Panthers also just signed Dalton, so yeah, they're probably going to be at least competitive, I think, this year. While they grew.
Who are they throwing to?
Yeah, who are they throwing to? Their number,
Who are they
their
running
number
the ball
one,
with?
their number one wide receiver is Terrence Marshall.
Who's their
Yeah.
defense?
It's
Raw
really bad.
They have a good
All
defense. They have a
potential.
good defense.
All
They're
potential.
just well coached, and they have Brian Burns.
Yeah, Brian Burns.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they pick up anybody in the later
They'll,
stages.
they'll probably
draft a
re-sign
playmaker.
Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
He was solid. But
I mean, the cool thing is we're still very early in the offseason too, so there's a lot of moves to be made between now and the draft. So
yeah, I think Carolina with the number one pick, you're gonna take your franchise quarterback. But again, you have no one to throw to, so that just makes me think either one, if a wide receiver falls, they're gonna try to move back up again, or in the second round, hope that there's someone that you really like because Terrence Marshall can't be your number one going into the year with. You can't have a Justin Fields all over again, where there's no one to throw to. Like,
I hear it.
It's not a recipe
And
for
then
success.
Not have a first round pick next year.
yeah, like Joe Burrow, he got T Higgins, he got Jamar Chase. Like they're just like, all right, you're our guy. Here's here's weapons. Like you have to have weapons. And when you trade DJ Moore to move up to one, that's great because you're gonna get your guy. Well, who are you throwing to now?
They
Ian
could get-
Thomas,
They could
Terrence
get
Marshall.
Kenny Galladay. He's going to get cut pretty soon.
He already got cut.
I would take Terrence
No, he didn't.
Marshall.
I thought he did.
No, it's a June 1st cut. They haven't done it yet.
That's fine. But he's going to get
I
cut.
would take
so.
Terrence
Yes.
Marshall. Take Terrence Marshall.
I mean, if Jalen Hyatt falls,
Maybe
sitting
they
there,
signed Juju.
they might. They might.
Maybe they signed Juju. Who knows?
But yeah, no, I mean, if Jalen Hyatt falls there and sitting there in the second round, not a bad.
DJ
He's a
Chark's out there
burner,
too.
He's a very big time burner.
All right.
Shout out
Cole
Dutch. Shout
Hardman.
out Dutch Fork High School.
Silver Fox's baby, Jalen Hyatt. Let's go.
I was there in middle school, right? That's
Hey,
count.
hey, Miss Hyatt. All right, Jesse Bates goes to the Falcons. Thank God they fucking worried about the defense.
You know what? Just because it's
Sometimes.
defense, good job, Atlanta.
You know what?
Good job.
If they land Tyree Wilson
Yeah.
and they have Jesse Bates with
bad.
AJ Terrell, that's-
Arnold Ebiketie.
Got some young playmakers on that side of the ball.
Your defense is going to be a lot better than what it was. I'm just saying. And if you can find a quarterback to throw to Kyle Pitts and Drake London, you're going to be good.
Lamar Jackson.
Hey. Could be.
Well, maybe.
Who knows?
Should
Who
be, but
knows
it's not
down
going
there?
to.
James Bradbury re-signs with the Philadelphia Eagles. Figured one of the three between Bradbury, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and Hargrave was going to re-sign with it. Hargrave's gone. CJ hasn't signed yet. And I don't think he's going to sign soon because I think he wants more than what teams are willing to pay him.
I'm hearing
And-
more and more that he's going to Cincinnati, which would make a ton of sense if they just got rid of Jesse Bates.
That's true.
Food for thought.
And then you gave Slay permission to seek a trade. Got to have a corner. So Bradbury re-signing makes me think that Slay moving is way more possible.
Yeah. I
He's
think it
old,
was-
too. He's 32.
I thought it was possible the minute it came out, but that's fine. I mean, yeah, you had to re-sign one of them. So Bradbury's a little younger too. So I don't hate it. It's a really nice move. Really nice move.
So,
CJ could possibly still come back, but yeah, he's definitely seeking that deal. But yeah, I mean, hey, got to keep one of those playmakers. So
Eagles
we
lost
just gotta-
a lot of guys, man.
We still got to fill out like 8 more spots. It's all good.
Cowboys reached out for Slay and they said fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the
good.
way.
Good.
And they
yeah,
also
they should.
just signed Boston Scott back.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
right.
that. They just signed Boston Scott. The
That's
Giant Killer!
That's right.
The Giant Killer!
You
I had to
can't
throw
get
that one in
away
there.
from him.
Had to throw it in there.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's
if
3
you
touchdowns
bet,
right there this year, by the way.
if you ever bet, the most lock is Boston Scott touchdown against the Giants. It's the biggest. It's the lock. I don't
Not
use that
gambling
word.
advice.
It's a lock.
We
It's a
we
lock.
have to say that for liability reasons, but I agree.
Yeah, not gambling advice. If you have issues, please dial the number down below.
Yeah.
99.5% chance that bet will hit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
very high.
Yep.
So Jesse,
100 gambler.
thank you. So
Been there, done
like I
that.
said, Jesse Bates left, and the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson makes even more sense because Von Bell also left Cincinnati, and he goes to Carolina, so they don't have either of their starting safeties. So
They need a safety.
so they
bad.
need safeties right away. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but also you have to re-sign. You have to extend Burrow. So the Bengals' money is very interesting. Can you pay him that money?
That's the problem with these quarterbacks getting the bag, man.
Because
The Eagles
they-
are going through right now.
they-
Half their defense just got
They
decimated.
wouldn't pay Jesse Bates.
We have depth, buddy.
They wouldn't pay Jesse
Okay.
Bates. I don't see
Watch
them
it.
paying CJ because Jesse Bates is a top 5 safety.
He's very
Yeah,
So
but
He's very good.
the money might be better for that. I don't know. Jesse
Okay.
Bates.
I could see Cincinnati moving up in the draft to grab like Brian
Or
Brandt
that,
out of Alabama. Probably watch out for them.
it's a possibility.
Moving up in the mid first round area.
Patty Peterson is a Steeler at the age of 33. Don't know what he's got.
Still
left in the
kicking,
tank,
baby. Still kicking, Patrick Peterson.
but Patrick Peterson has all
honestly-
the respect.
I
Hey,
forgot
man.
he was
A person.
still in the NFL. I thought he retired with like Percy Harvin.
He was playing with your favorite quarterback in the league. You better chill out.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was
I
last
only,
year.
I only remember he was with the Vikings because he had like a game-sealing interception against someone last year, and I was just like,
Right.
"Oh, Patty P's on the Vikings, sick."
Pretty
might
sure
have
that was
been.
against the Giants.
Might have been that team down there. That's what I was gonna
No, I
say.
think it was earlier in the year. I think it was earlier.
I
in
mean,
the
he
year.
did pick us
Oh.
off. I know that for a
Oh,
fact.
okay. It might have been.
The game before the playoff game,
Yeah.
obviously.
Okay.
'Cause we-
Rashad Penny goes to the Eagles.
That's a big sign.
I like it. I like it.
6 yards of carry,
I like
man.
I like it.
So,
I
Take it.
so I like it because I think he's better than Miles Sanders, and also he doesn't need to be that bell cow. Like he can
No.
get 15 carries, and he showed in Seattle 15 carries. He can get you $115 and a touchdown.
6
Behind
yards
that,
of carry.
behind that offensive line, that's a really good pickup that I don't know if a lot of people are going to pay attention because he gets hurt so much. But
Yeah.
I think that's an upgrade for Miles Sanders.
Splitting time with Kenny Gainwell, who showed some flashes at the end of last year as well.
I like him.
And then
His
Boston
game's
Scott.
good.
I was a big fan of that move. I can't lie.
I have Boston Scott. You can't forget Boston Scott.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that's true, Boston Scott.
I would say this. I think, my expectations were that they were going to try to get Bijan Robinson or like Jahmyr Gibbs or one of those. But now that they did this,
Yeah.
obviously it confirms they're going defense first round, right? Probably with both
Mm.
picks, especially because they're losing so many pieces. So it makes a ton of sense. He's cheap, 6 yards of carry.
For
That,
sure.
that 10 pick's going to be a corner or a D lineman.
It's got to be.
It's going to be.
I would prefer corner unless, well, I don't know. I just feel outside of the big two, there's not a whole lot of like defensive line guys that I'm in love with yet.
I think
So,
you still probably go Gonzalez, Witherspoon, or Porter. But
for
A
sure,
lot of
I
people
would love a
s-
corner.
A lot of people are saying Carter's dropping all the way down to 10.
yeah,
I'm about to say
hearing that too.
if Jalen Carter's sitting there, I mean, I'm not gonna hate it.
That would be
I mean-
insane.
Morally, it might hurt a little bit, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see, that's the kind of move that those already franchises are always like, oh, can we really take that guy? Can we really take that guy? And then the better teams are like, yeah, we'll take that guy because our franchise, our
yeah, we run.
camaraderie or
Culture is
everything.
good.
Yeah, it's a very
yeah.
good culture. And they get these guys that fall, and then they end up being studs. You never hear about them again, in trouble. I mean, if Jalen Carter's sitting around Kelsey, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Ingram, if Fletcher comes back, I don't think Fletcher will come back.
I feel like
if
the
they get him
Ravens and
cheap.
Steelers are like notorious for that.
Yeah,
Of
like
course.
there's players that fall, and then those better teams, they're like, okay, we have the culture, we can do this.
Yeah, we
Dude,
can iron them out.
if the Eagles get Jalen Carter, you do. Whew, whew, whew.
Hey, Danny Jones, it's a nice 40 million
Yeah.
you got there. How's the turf?
And we also
Relax.
have the Dallas Cowboys
Y'all have
trade.
You have no linebackers.
The
Go ahead.
Dallas Cowboys don't. Nakobe Dean.
Kobe D, baby. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Played
Dallas
10
Cowboys.
snaps last year.
Dallas
That's fine.
Cowboys trade and get someone opposite of Trayvon Diggs. They get Stephon Gilmore from the Indianapolis Colts. Colts
5th round pick.
Colts gonna Colt.
Dude, fuck Colts. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
They
Gilmore-
suck so
the Gilmore
bad,
drop.
dude.
The Gilmore
Let
drop
me-
happens.
Let me get Gilmore and then re-sign Rodrigo Blankenship for a fucking shit ton of money.
For a bag.
And
Yeah.
they just paid Matt Gay the most money in free agency for a kicker ever.
Yeah. they
Like,
did
you might
that.
as well just go get.
$23 million over 4 years for a kicker. That's not just a
Dude.
fucker.
You could have just gone fucking.
We're playing to
sign Pat
win by
McAfee.
3, baby. We're playing to win by 3.
I still stand
Patty
on
would have
my.
taken that bad.
I still stand on my fuck Jim Irsay. Love it. Keep making these stupid decisions.
He's so dumb.
Also,
And-
you pick-
quarterback number 5 in 5 years, I think.
I was gonna say he's probably gonna pick up fucking Matt Ryan again.
We cut him to sign him
Cut him
back.
just to re-sign him back.
Nah, I didn't like that idea. Hold on.
I lied.
Come on back, bud.
All right.
Come back.
And this last one, there's a little bit more onto this one. Alan Lazard signs with the Jets, which earlier today, apparently, Aaron Rodgers has a wish list on if he comes to the Jets, and Alan Lazard is on it, along with Randall Cobb, David Bakhtiari, Odell Beckham Jr. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, you are a fucking almost 40-year-old quarterback. You want the Green Bay Packers to go to the Jets. You couldn't win with those guys. You have Garrett Wilson. You have Elijah Moore. You have Breece Hall. You have all this. Why do you want Randall Cobb? Why do you want Alan Lazard? Why do you want Mercedes Lewis? Why do you want Mercedes Lewis? Why?
Because he won 12 years ago. That's why.
Yes, that's exactly why.
I could see the or these guys also kind of just helping the younger guys, being like, "Hey, this is how we operate. Like, this is what he means when he says, like, kind of a guy to mentor the younger guys as well." I could see it from that standpoint.
$44 million for Alan Lazard? Are
Listen.
you fucking kidding me?
Not terrible. It's just a
Can I go play fucking receiver?
Yo, like
Please?
you have Garrett
Brian, you
Wilson
can run
and
3-5
Elijah.
anyway. Why
Dude,
don't you
it's-
go out there?
With what these guys are running in the combine, I might be able to. They're
Go
fucking,
out there, buddy.
they're boosting their fucking stats like crazy anymore.
I'll look
what
up
they're
the
doing.
Jets number. You can call them.
Can you imagine if they don't get Aaron Rodgers?
I just said this. I think I put it on Twitter. I was like, imagine the Jets do all this and Rodgers retires.
I put that in the group chat. Like, what? Would you gonna go out and get all these fucking players for what?
But I think I was talking to Jordan about this. You gotta think, he's not holding back one franchise. It's two. It's the Packers and the Jets. These other teams are making moves, and guess what? These other two can't really, because they're like, I have no idea where we're going. And Aaron Rodgers is like, I'll make my decision when I want to. Like, this guy has become the biggest diva over the last few years. I love Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just like, dude, the older you get and the more you talk, you're annoying me more. You are annoying me.
I do think the Packers have mentally moved on to Jordan Love.
Oh,
It came out today that they offered a 2nd round pick for Darren Waller. They just took the 3rd from us instead. Makes no sense, but I saw it. It was confirmed. Yeah, so they're trying to make moves, but the Jets are at a standstill and just doing whatever Rodgers wants. So
Thank you. Keep Mercedes Lewis in Green Bay.
If they sign Mercedes Lewis or Randall Cobb or OBJ in the next day, I'm just gonna sit there and be like, all right, Rodgers is a Jet. Like,
I think OBJ might. I think OBJ might.
he wants $20 million a year.
The Jets don't care if they're getting Rodgers.
They might want to.
Yeah, you better.
And you also better make it a 1-year deal because you got some deals coming up.
Like I said in the group chat, OBJ 5 years incentives to make it like 9-10.
Dude,
You have such young talent.
he does not deserve any penny more than 10.
Like, figure something else out.
You know what also? You know what?
Figure something else out, damn it.
You know what also pisses me off though, because Aaron Rodgers has had Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon the last few years, and how many times have I bitched about the Packers not running the ball enough? I swear. If they do the same thing with Breece Hall and only run him 10 to 15 times a game, I'm gonna hate the Jets franchise.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, don't mess with my first
Breece
round
Hall's the
pick.
best running back in the NFL. What's up? How's it going? I'm here.
Let's simmer down, bud. He's fantastic, though. He's definitely top 10 already.
Breece Hall is the best running back in the NFL. Hi, hello, how you doing? I'm calling
Maybe
it.
like
I'm telling
maybe
you.
like
Maybe.
top
Telling you.
15.
And I have
I'm
bad
telling you.
takes.
I'm telling you. That's not a bad take. That was a great take.
I like Breece Hall a lot,
Yeah,
but we've
that's one of
seen
my
half
takes.
a season from
bro.
the guy.
Bro, he shits better than Saquon Barkley runs.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think I do that too. My shits are great.
Like, okay,
But I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
saying,
My
I'm
mine
sorry.
aren't.
I'm sorry. Derrick Henry's still the
What?
best running back in the league. He's the second best. Breece.
All right,
There you
I'll
go.
take that. At least
I
you're
still
giving
don't-
King Henry his
There you
respect.
go. Sorry.
I
I'm
don't
sorry,
think
yeah.
he's. You moved Derrick Henry from another team. He's done.
We'll see.
Bye.
We'll see.
Apparently, he's going somewhere too.
Possibly. Who the hell knows?
And Dalvin Cook, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about coming up. I'm sure a
Austin
lot's gonna-
Eckler supposedly going to the
Eckler.
Bears. I swear to God, if that happens, I'm not a Bears fan anymore.
Why? Austin Eckler is responsible for 20 of LA's touchdowns a year.
You know,
How does that
Yeah.
make any sense?
that's fantastic. Do I want an old fucking running back on my team that's going to produce
He's not even a
so
runner.
much money?
Like I said, he's not a runner.
He's
not a
more of
running
like a
back.
slot receiver in the back.
Yeah.
He's a
he
scat
is.
back. He's a scat
Yeah,
back.
he's a scat back.
What have the Bears been able to draft year after year for the past 10 years? More.
Mid running
15.
backs.
Above average running backs.
Yeah, Khalil Herbert's a stud. I like him a lot.
I like
David
him.
Khalil Herbert is a nice
Montgomery,
running back.
Matt Forte, Khalil Herbert.
Ooh, Matt
Whoa,
Forte was
Matt
better than-
Forte
above
was
average.
way better than above
Matt
average.
Forte was
We're going the
disgusting.
elite of the elite with Matt Forte.
Matt Forte was like top 5 running back in the league.
I love
Matt Forte was fantastic.
I love Matt Forte so much.
Me
Jordan
too. That
Howard,
guy's
I
a
mean, like,
monster.
guys that just produced
Wasn't
1,000.
Jordan Howard like a 1-year wonder for you guys?
No,
Was
it
it
was
two?
he had
four.
Like
a few-
two. He had like two, I
Two?
think. Yeah.
Two?
He had at least 3 years of like
Four?
really good success.
Four.
Four?
Um,
I'm about to say someone's got to look it up. I don't remember. it
Hold
being
on.
four.
I got.
I could be
your back.
wrong. I mean, he's a Bears fan, so I have to believe him. But I don't remember
Right.
Jordan
I mean,
Howard
it
4
might have
years
might have
going
been
off.
3.
3. It was 3.
Might have been
Rookie-
3.
Okay.
I
Well,
said
hold on.
3.
Wait, hold on. My bad. Well, let's see here.
He definitely had at least 3 good years.
Because
I mean,
he took
rookie
over
year-
for Jeremy Langford, right? Or God, who was he? Was that Michigan
Ooh,
State
Jeremy
running
Langford.
back?
2016. Yeah.
He
I
took
forget
over
who it was.
for. There's Jeremy Langford, the running back from Michigan State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, he took over.
Yeah. Rookie year, 1,300 yards,
Yes.
6 touchdowns. For second year, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Third year, 935 yards, 9 touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of touchdowns this year as well.
Yeah.
so.
Okay. All right. But still a lot more free agency. Still a lot more moves. Still a lot of draft coverage. And again, we will be having a full first round mock draft within the next few weeks. That one's going to be a long show, but it should be a fun show. And then we got we got the draft very soon.
That's right.
freaking
That's
get
right. We
it.
do. We do.
Now it's time, though, boys. It's March Madness. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a no off-season podcast bracket right here, right now. Here we go.
Yes, let's go.
Get it.
All right. So
Let's do this.
instead of all 4 of us just sitting here and arguing, we're each going to pick a game, and we're going to go one by one. And then the winners of those, we're going to flow in, and we're going to collab on picks. It's kind of hard to describe as it goes. Well, you'll see as it goes.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it.
All right. So we're going to start in the South. Number 1 Alabama versus the 16 seed Texas A&M. Oh, what's CC for them?
Corpus Christi.
Thank you. versus.
Did they win tonight? By the way, the Islanders.
I haven't looked.
Yeah, I haven't looked
versus
either.
Southeast Missouri, I think.
Yeah, they were
All
playing
right.
earlier. So
This 1 through 16 matchup is gonna go to Bryant, who moves on.
Bama.
Okay,
I mean, that was
pretty easy.
That's chalk.
yeah, they will be playing the Islanders of Corpus Christi.
Okay, Corpus Christi. All right, so the 8-9 matchup is gonna go to Cam. We have Maryland versus West Virginia.
Yeah, I got West Virginia.
Country road.
I'm pretty sure they're like top 20 and or top. Yeah, they're top 20, I think, in offense and defensive efficiency. So.
All right.
They just played in the Big. They just played in the Big 12.
And they
too.
had crazy schedule, bro.
The 5-12 matchup is the San Diego State Aztecs going up against a darling in College of Charleston, and this game is going to go to none other than my guy Jordan.
Man, you got to give me like the toughest
that's a
game of
tough
the
one.
bracket too, because I think a popular Cinderella darling this year is the College of Charleston. Talk about a team that was 31-3 this year, and they can score at 80 points a game. But then you have San Diego State, who's old tried and true from the Mountain West, and they always have very solid basketball teams. But I'm gonna go with Cinderella. I think College of Charleston's the team this year. I think this kind of sets up perfectly for a team like that. I think they play at solid pace too. So I'm going with the Cougars of College of Charleston.
All right, and that'll move me on to Virginia and Furman. And I gotta say, Virginia either makes very deep runs or they get upset very early in this. And I won't lie, I've wanted to pull the trigger. I've wanted to, but I'm not going to right now.
Very tempting.
I'm gonna go with Virginia to move on to the next round. That leads us to the 6 versus 11, Creighton versus NC State, and this one goes to Cam.
I'm gonna go Creighton.
All right, got Creighton. And this will lead. All right, so I am Baylor and UC Santa Barbara. This is your major upset
I was gonna say
of the
this one's tough,
NCAA
man.
tournament.
I heard a lot of guys were called.
Baylor's had a lot of struggles in the tournament. They're known to get upset, and I've watched Baylor. They can look really good, and then they could look really, really bad. And I just gotta do it. I gotta pull the trigger. The 14 seeds moving on here.
They've had some tough losses as of late too.
We need some upsets in this. We got the juice. The juice is coming. The 7-10 matchup is gonna go to Bryant, Missouri, and Utah State.
I'm going Utah State.
Nice. That's actually my selection.
Yeah, mine too. I think they're actually favored in that game by 1.5.
True shooting percentage of 60%. Fucking lights out.
I must have been the only one then that thinks Missouri's going to win that game, but that's just me.
It's tough. I mean, it's 7-10. It's tough.
Yeah,
7-10. I can see Missouri. I can see Missouri. Jordan, this leaves you with Arizona versus Princeton.
Thank you. Get an easier one. I'm going with Arizona. I just think they're pretty good. You know, they're coming in hot, winning the Pac-12. Although Princeton running that Princeton style offense, it always gives teams troubles in the tournament, though. But around Wildcats.
That's true. This moves us on to the round of 32 in the southern bracket, where Bryant and Cam have decided that the matchup is Alabama and West Virginia. So, boys, discuss, collab, give us your selection. Bama, West Virginia.
I mean, I personally don't think there's much of a discussion here, but I'm going Bama.
Next.
Yep. I was about to say, there's not an argument there.
Woo! Argument. All right.
Just wait.
Jordan.
Hottest team coming to the tournament.
All right, Jordan. The darling College of Charleston versus the defensive brigade of Virginia.
Right.
What are you thinking here?
What am I thinking? Well, like you said earlier, though, Virginia, they either make a big run or they're getting bounced early. They play great defense, but Charleston is a team that can score, and I think with these mid-majors and these lower seeds, those teams that can score are the ones that make runs. I think Charleston pulls off the upset here, and I think they just outscore. They speed up the game on Virginia.
College of Charleston is the lower level school that has a lot of experience, and
Mhm.
those are the ones that are always dangerous come tourney time. Like
For
I
sure.
said, Virginia's great defensively. They struggle
Mhm.
offensively. The ACC was super weak, so I think
Very
any
weak.
other year you're probably talking like a 6, 7 seed of this team.
Mhm.
The Darlings move on. I'm with you. College of Charleston's gonna move on.
Solid.
Dang, nice.
Which leads us to this moves into Cam and myself. We have Creighton versus the number 14 seed Santa Barbara.
We're coming in hot with this, but I like Santa
we are.
Barbara, man.
Do you?
Because
Oh
I-
man, okay.
I don't know, like Creighton has not beaten like a big school recently. I don't know, man. They're not like great at anything.
They're not.
They're probably better coached, but it's like
they do come out of the Big East, so they definitely have, they've run through some teams like the Marquettes,
Nova, who sucks this year.
the Providences, the Xaviers. Like they've definitely faced, but
they lose every time. They just got blown to shreds by Xavier.
They do, and
they're 3 seeds lower. Like,
and again, this is the Cinderella right here. So
I don't know.
Creighton doesn't really do well in the tournament either. Like,
I know, that's what I've noticed.
The way they play just doesn't ever translate to the tournament. And I think if UC Santa Barbara can beat Baylor, you're talking about some momentum. So if you want to run the 14 seed, I'll run the 14 seed with you.
Let's run it, baby.
All right, let's run it. We're running it.
I love it.
Two lower seeds in the Sweet 16. What is up with us?
Brian and Jordan, Utah State versus Arizona.
All right, you're the Utah State guy over there. What do you know about them that I don't? Because I don't know much.
Just that they can shoot fucking lights out.
They can shoot lights out.
Literally 60%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the
Arizona's so good though.
I mean Arizona. I would pick Arizona here.
Well, I just read too.
Arizona's so fucking dominant.
They are good, and they kind of run a shorter rotation. And I think come tournament time, if you run like a 6-game stretch, if your best players are playing most of the time, and you only run like maybe a 6 or 7-man rotation. I mean, we just saw it last year with Carolina. If they get hot, they can take you. And I think I just trust like the power conference team in this situation at this time of the year.
Yeah, so. I think Arizona also has a walk in the park with Princeton, and they'll be well rested. So it's going to be a hard fought against Missouri. So,
I mean, I think it'll be a good game against Utah State, but I think I'm going to ride Wildcats here.
Yep,
yeah, that game will be fun.
Okay,
I agree.
Well, you two come right back because you got Alabama versus College of Charleston in the Sweet 16. Jordan and Bryant, what we got?
Bama.
Keep it moving forward. The hottest team in the country right now. Best team. 2 really good guards. Best player possibly.
And this leads to who had Arizona? Jordan?
Yeah.
All right. We got the 14 seed Santa Barbara versus Arizona. I think the slipper's off here.
Yeah, history repeats itself here. We're going.
Okay, I think the slipper's off right there. Which leads us to Jordan and Bryan again. Arizona versus Alabama, the 1 versus the 2.
I mean, Bama's my.
Or do y'all want to wait and move on to and do the Elite 8 separate?
We'll do the Elite 8 separate.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do the Elite 8 separate. Let's go through.
All right. So let's move on. So we're gonna move to the East. In the East, Jordan, Purdue versus the winner of Texas Southern, Farley Dickinson.
I mean, Purdue's got Zach Edey, and you're probably going up against a 16 seed that really doesn't have much size, so Purdue moves on here.
Yeah.
Purdue. I get Memphis versus Florida Atlantic.
Talk to us, Ryan. You said it on Sunday.
I already know your pick here, and I love it.
It's Florida Atlantic.
I'm with you on that.
It's Florida Atlantic. It's Florida Atlantic. It's Florida Atlantic. This team scores in the high 70s to low 90s on a constant scale. Memphis, they beat Houston. They're on a high. But this Memphis team has faults, and they like giving up big leads. And guess what? If you have a big lead and give it up to a team that can shoot and score like FAU, you're going to lose the game. They're 31-3 for a reason. The Florida Atlantic Owls are moving on for me against Memphis. Sorry, Penny. I hate to do it to you, but it's here.
Love
It's
you,
here.
player better, Petty.
The 5 versus 12, Duke versus Oral Roberts. I couldn't give this to you, Cam, because it's too biased. It's too
You're
biased.
biased.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
They've
it.
been playing insane.
No,
recently.
no, they have, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do
Alright.
it. So
Whatever.
this is Bryant's
No.
Duke
Oral
versus
Roberts.
Oral
There you go.
Roberts.
Yep. I
I'm
know where
going
you're
Duke.
going with this. All right, good
Go
man.
Duke.
You're smart.
Boo!
Smart.
I want to go Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts is a very good team.
They're like always
Very
sneaky,
good team.
like good in the tournament.
But
yeah.
Duke, I feel like, has a quick exit after this round. So
All right, so
Yes, I saw that eye twitch. Woo!
so with the Duke, I like Oral Roberts. Is he frozen?
Oh, I think he froze.
Cam, are you there?
No.
so upset
No.
over
Oh
Oral
no,
Roberts.
he's so
Well-
mad. We picked Duke.
I know. I saw his eye twitch when he said it too. He was so mad.
Oh no, he's frozen solid.
No.
Oh no.
Damn.
I wonder if he
Cam.
knows.
Restart.
Anyway.
Oh no, not Cam.
Damn.
You picked
Cam.
snacks, god damn it. No. What if he's just like, fuck this?
Yeah, he definitely was like, nope.
Well, once you said they were
He
getting
said
bounced
laptop
in the
just
air.
froze on me.
Oh no! Just restart that bad boy.
It was right at a perfect time, though.
I know. Shit.
Can I change my pick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go,
Oh,
Oral
no.
Roberts.
Yeah. I can't see anything.
He'll
We're
never
going Oral
know. He'll never know. He'll
Let's
just,
just
he'll,
move.
yeah, he'll just be like, I'm taking Tennessee, and we'll be like, oh, Roberts versus Tennessee. He'll be like, I thought we took Duke. What are we talking about?
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Dude,
Okay.
I won't lie. I was dead set on Oral Roberts making a run, and then I saw Duke, and I'm like, damn, you gave him like one of the
Yeah.
hottest teams in the country. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Oh
know,
man. No, not you.
For some
Cam.
reason, I just don't buy the Duke. I don't. Oh man, that team's so weird this year.
They just played it really well towards the end.
Man.
I like.
All right.
Pick 'em.
Do we want to just go a couple until he gets back in?
I have no idea what just happened.
There.
Oh, you there?
Oh, there
Alright.
he is.
Yeah, he's back. Woo!
Welcome back.
Alrighty.
That was single-handedly the weirdest thing that's ever happened. I've never had
While
that
we're
happen
talking about
before.
Duke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
highly convenient.
I just cracked because right as he said they're gonna have a second round exit, you like twitched your eye, and I was like, "No, you got him."
All right, so Duke moves on, and Cam, like I just told them, I said I liked Oral Roberts a lot, but the second they gave him one of the hottest teams in the country at the end, I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go Duke."
No, but it just feels like I don't know. Duke
it
always
could
has
it could
something,
happen.
but
It could happen.
yeah.
All right, so Cam, you get number 4 Tennessee versus the 13th seed Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, I like Tennessee here. I don't really have much of an explanation. I just think Tennessee's a good
You do
school.
know their starting point guards out, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say Ziegler went down.
Oh,
the
I did
tournament,
not
but,
know that.
He's out.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're just a tough team anyway, too, to predict.
Oh,
I know that's.
Tennessee and the
I
tourney.
know
is
not.
dog
Here's the
shit.
thing. I know nothing about Louisiana.
Yeah, well, apparently they were saying like a lot of the analysts were saying this is kind of like a trendy. Also, another one was trendy, like could be on upset alerts because Louisiana can score.
And then when you lose one of your best players, I mean,
When did, so he went down against Missouri.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
In the tournament.
Damn.
Tennessee also sucks.
dude, they
shooting.
can't play come tourney time. There's
You
something
know what?
with
Let's go
Tennessee.
Louisiana there then.
All right. I didn't know if you knew that.
No,
Yeah.
I honestly had no
No.
idea. I didn't.
Tennessee's
No, I didn't see that.
So inconsistent from the field too.
So the
Yep.
6 versus 11 game goes Kentucky versus Providence, and this one's going to Bryant.
I'm going Providence. I think Providence has an
Can't hate
overall
it.
better team.
All right. I can't
This is
hate
what
it.
what Providence team shows up though, man. I want to talk
Yeah,
about
that's-
Jack. You want to talk about Jacqueline High team this year?
Jordan, Kansas State, Montana State, 3 versus 14.
All right, my process on a lot of this is like, if you're coming from the Big 12, I trust you because that conference was disgusting this year. Kansas State was playing really well. They have a really good player in Quentin Johnson. I'm rolling with Kansas State.
Fair enough.
It's sad that I have the upset alert.
I
I don't know
trust
why. There's just like, teams that don't do well in turning time, I just always high alert. All right. 7 versus 10. Michigan State USC. This one's gonna go to Cam. Sparty versus Trojans.
This one's tough. I don't know. Michigan State's just coming off a loss against Ohio State. They've been struggling. They also did just beat them. I like USC. Give me USC here.
All right.
I would say both teams struggle to score. That could be like a high 50s, low 60s game.
I was gonna say they both can't really score that high. So
I only like Michigan State because I trust Izzo. Other than that, I'm like, oh.
that's true.
Izzo does put it together in the tournament, though.
All right, and that'll give me Marquette versus Vermont. The Fighting Taylor Cop-and-Raths. The Fighting Taylor Cop-and-Raths.
That's right.
They're going to lose to Marquette. All right, move on then.
Yeah, Marquette is hot right now.
That leaves it Jordan and myself. Purdue versus Florida Atlantic.
All right. Well, I know you're on the Purdue's upset alert, which I can't hate because of just how Purdue plays. But I just saw that FAU only has 2 guys over 6'4" that play regularly. I think it's a real bad matchup against Purdue. So I think Purdue marches on those Sweet 16 still.
Zach Edey is the only good player on Purdue.
And that's going to give them issues.
There's no one else. There's no one else. Penn State didn't have a lot of height either, and guess what? Penn State almost took them.
They lost.
It was very close. It was last second of the game, right? And guess what? This Florida Atlantic team can score. Okay, they're not Penn State waiting on one guy to score. Florida Atlantic is going to score in bunches. Yeah, Zach Edey can go for 28 and 15. Good for him. No one else can do anything on Purdue. Purdue is a choke artist.
I think Purdue controls the pace. That's the thing.
Florida Atlantic is going to smack Purdue.
So how do we decide this one? We're both
I think this is when we got to get involved because you guys are split.
But
right?
yeah,
but I will let my Cinderella die and I will give it to Purdue.
In other news, the Lions just signed Montgomery. I don't know if that matters or not.
David Montgomery?
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to come in with that.
What's Jamal Williams?
3-year, $18 million.
Oh, Jamal Williams is a free agent.
Was he? I can't remember if he was or not. Okay.
Probably.
I feel like they have like 30 running backs at this point.
Oh, we need a breaking news soundbite.
Yeah, right.
All right. So
it's tough to let my FAU die, but I'll do it for the podcast. All right. This leaves Bryant, Duke.
Oral Roberts. Oh, sorry.
Bryant, Duke, Cam, Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
I got Duke. Easy. I don't even have to think twice about that one.
We should have just went for fucking Oral Roberts on this one.
Go ahead, pick Louisiana. See what the other two have to say.
I don't think they're making it out of the first fucking round. I mean, if they're playing against Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Picking Duke?
Yeah.
Everyone's so reluctant on this show, man. It's disgraceful.
What do you mean?
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You wanted Oral Roberts.
Because I think Oral Roberts is absolutely going to beat Duke.
You're nuts.
We have Bryant and Jordan. Give us the Providence, Kansas State.
Kansas State's got better guard play than Providence, and in the tournament that shows. I'm rolling with the team out of the Big 12 because they also played a tougher conference. And Providence is very inconsistent.
Kansas State.
Okay. Cam, USC, myself, Marquette. Marquette.
Easy.
I got Marquette.
Yeah, I just
Shaka Smart's got it rolling over
some
there.
of these we don't need to talk about. All right, Jordan and Bryant, Purdue and Duke.
Like,
The do.
see, the problem is I don't even think Duke's getting here. So
No, I don't either. I think Purdue wins this.
Yeah, like I
Without
said,
doubt.
I don't trust big men in the tournament, but I think Purdue's pretty good at controlling pace, and I think they make just enough shots.
We're getting very boring, guys. It's one,
Sorry,
two,
I
one,
mean-
twos everywhere. All
I mean,
right.
it's pretty easy when you got Duke in the fucking Sweet 16.
Like I say, I
You
don't think
didn't
Duke's.
pick me.
All right,
I
Jordan.
keep going with
All
Final
right,
Four,
Jordan.
but-
Kansas State and Marquette.
I think this is Marquette. I think they are rolling at just the right time. I like Kolek. I think they've got that defensive pressure ratcheted up. I actually have them in the Final Four myself. I like Marquette a lot.
I think there's a possibility Kansas State loses day one. I just think there is. I don't know why. Kansas State just puts me off that. Yeah, they played in the Big 12. That's great. I don't know. I don't trust Kansas State. Don't. So we're gonna roll with Marquette. Unfortunately, we have another one too.
Hey, it's okay.
All right. So we're gonna move to the Midwest. Cam, Houston versus Northern Kentucky.
Houston.
Jordan, Iowa, Auburn.
All right, this is actually a really tough one because I could see both teams winning this game. Originally, it's Selection Sunday. I thought Auburn just because I like the way they play. But I think I'm going to roll with Iowa. Like I said, I think this is a team that they do a really good job of controlling pace. I think they're going to muck the game up a little bit, make it a little slower. I think you're going to hit a good shots. I'm taking the Hawkeyes to move on.
Okay. That gives me Miami versus Drake. Miami's been good this year. They were the top team in the ACC, whatever that means this year. Miami is the ultimate sound the alarm when it comes to tourney time. And guess what? I'm sounding that alarm because we have an upset because Drake is going to move on and beat the Hurricanes.
I love
Drake.
Missouri Valley Magic in the tournament.
Drake. Which leads us to Bryant. You have number 4 Indiana versus number 13 Kent State.
I'm gonna go. I don't feel great about it, but I'm gonna go Indiana.
The Hoosiers.
Indiana is a team that I think they could make a run if they weren't in the Houston bracket.
All right, we'll move on. Number 6, Iowa State goes on to play the winner of Mississippi State Pittsburgh. And I gotta say, a team that's 19-14 being the 6th seed is wild. I understand it's the Big 12. But I think whoever wins between Mississippi State and Pittsburgh is going to gain that momentum. And Mississippi State's battle tested. They've gone through Kentucky. They've gone through Alabama. They played these teams. You know, Pitt's played these teams. I think whoever wins that matchup is going to beat Iowa State. I don't believe in Iowa State. I think they got way too high seed for being in the Big 12. And
3-7 in their last 10.
And they're going to get upset. So I'm taking the winner of Mississippi State Pitt.
I think Pitt wins that game, even though it's on right now. And if it is Pitt, I agree with that.
And Cam, you get Xavier versus Kennesaw State.
Yeah, I know. I'll be honest. I know nothing about Kennesaw State, but I know Xavier had a massive win against Creighton. Like they blew them out. I don't know.
And then
they've had some pretty big wins recently. I'm gonna against Providence too. I'm gonna go Xavier.
All right. Jordan, Texas A&M, Penn State.
Ooh, I mean, listen, you got a hot team in Penn State that just made a nice run in the Big Ten. They have Pickett, who's I think with these lower seeds, you got a guy that can score, like a guy you can lean on. That helps. Lundy's a nice little player too. I want to pick them if they weren't matched up with Texas A&M, because Texas A&M is a really good team, number 2 in the SEC. A week ago, they beat Alabama, proceeded to get blown out this past weekend against them. But I think they got a little momentum going. I like the Aggies in this matchup.
All right. And Bryant, you get Texas versus Colgate.
Texas next.
You know what's crazy? I heard so many people say Colgate.
I've heard a lot of
So
that, and
many.
Texas is gonna blow
And
them out.
yeah, I'm like, they're not losing the toothpaste.
That's just a cocky
They're
pick.
not losing the toothpaste.
Yeah.
I'm picking Texas plus like 22.
I think because 2 seeds have lost like lately, everyone thinks it's gonna happen. I'm like,
I think 1-2 seed has lost like every tournament in the past like 4 or 5.
yeah.
Fun fact about Colgate: there's a local kid from Affected on that team. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty
He
cool.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's probably ass.
All right, Cam
Good brains,
Cam
but-
and Jordan, Houston, Iowa.
I mean, I personally love Houston this year for some reason. I don't know why.
I gotta go Houston. They're pretty. Yeah.
The interesting thing is their point guard just went down the tournament though with a groin injury, and he probably could have played in the championship game if it wasn't already a lock that they were going to be a number 1 seed. So I think they kept him out for precautionary reasons.
He'll be back for this game probably.
But yeah, I think they beat either Iowa or Auburn because they still have Shed last year who went nuts in the tournament. Like he was really good.
Yeah.
I like the Cougars big time.
Me too.
Okay.
We need to fight on something. I need to start making just shit picks.
Maybe there just aren't any.
I think this is the one right here, if I'm being honest.
Drake versus Indiana. Bryant, me and you are gonna collab on this one.
Have fun, guys. I know who I'd take.
I'm going Drake because I don't think Indiana's winning.
That's surprising because I'm going with Indiana.
Damn. Here we go.
I honestly I don't have any faith in Indiana. I don't know why.
Well, okay, so let's look at Indiana, right? Played Purdue twice, beat Purdue twice. Beat a ranked Rutgers team at the time. How Rutgers didn't make the tournament is fucking crazy, but it's crazy. They beat Wisconsin, who was ranked at the time. Did great. Smoked North Carolina when they were ranked up at the early season. They've played Penn State. They played Michigan State. They played Maryland. They have all these teams that they're playing. They're battle tested. They play good defense. They play good offense.
Really good.
Yeah, really good defense, and I love defense come tournament time.
Trace Jackson Davis is disgusting.
I'm rolling with Indiana because me personally, I have Indiana in my Elite Eight. Drake's nice, and I think Drake can get past Miami. I think they can give Indiana a run, but I think that the tank runs dry towards the end of the Indiana game. That's just me personally. But if you want to roll Drake, we can give the other two. It'll be the first time.
I just feel like in this bracket, other than the Pitt versus Iowa State or Mississippi versus Iowa State, whatever the hell it is, there's got to be something going on, something weird, and I think it's that.
I will say,
Well, bring it over to those two. Come on in, boys, because we're 1-1. We're 1-1.
I love Indiana here because I think Trace Jackson Davis is a total game changer down the middle too. Like they do play really good defense. That team I think is hit or miss based on Jalen Hood-Schifino and how good he plays as a freshman. I forgot this fun fact about Drake though. Like they're starting 5. They're all over 23. So those are old dudes that aren't going to get rattled very easily. That does play a big part, I will say. But I would roll Indiana here. I think they're solid. Oh, he split. He's split.
Yeah, I got Drake.
Why do you have Drake? Let's talk. Yeah, this is.
I honestly don't know that much about Drake, but I know enough about Indiana to say that I don't think they're going to get this far.
You don't? Do they think they get upset by Kent State or?
No. I think Indiana makes it to the spot and loses regardless of who they play.
Oh, so you think they get okay? I mean, Drake. I will say Drake doesn't turn the ball over. They take care of the ball.
I mean, you had a good point about their age and kind of like I don't know, like the experience perspective. That's the thing I have about Penn State too. A lot of those guys are like seniors. I feel like a lot of them have like a chip on their shoulder.
For sure.
Whereas a lot of these Indiana guys are young. You know, a lot of these big time basketball schools, a lot of them are young and they can get rattled. And another thing is like, I mean, if we look at our bracket right now, we have a 1-2 and a 1-2.
Mm-hmm. No.
I don't know. I don't see it. It's not gonna happen. So
my
like
personal bracket, I have 3 1s and a 2.
this is where I find a way to like throw like a little Cinderella team in there and just be like, I would say Drake, but that's just me personally. We're split on it, so
All right, so we're split on this.
I feel like this is where it gets tough. Phone
I
a
mean,
friend.
it does get tough because I have Indiana in the Elite Eight, and I don't see Drake beating them.
All right,
See-
let's go Indiana.
Let's go Indiana because Drake's not getting past their next. Yeah, like I feel like it would end there. So if you have Indiana that far, you believe in them that much, then
Yeah, I do.
I
don't
think
know,
I think Jackson Davis is the difference in that game.
there's just,
Alright.
there's just
Would be
like
the difference.
there's like I don't know if you guys get this feeling. There's just certain teams you watch and you're just like, oh yeah, they can make. And like
Yeah, no, I
Indiana's
get
been
that.
Indiana's been that for me. It's just,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Ride with it.
Yeah, that
I'm
works,
not
yeah.
opposed.
so that gives Cam and myself Mississippi State Pitt versus Xavier.
Hmm.
This is interesting. Really
I'd
interesting.
probably lean the 11 seed here.
I kind of think that too. I don't know. There always seems to be an 11 seed that wins that playing game, and then they have this momentum and they move forward.
Xavier is so bad in the tournament recently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would go Mississippi State. But like, wait, are they playing today? They're playing.
Yeah, they're
today?
They're playing right
playing
now. They're playing
Playing right now, Mississippi State's up by 1 the first half.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will say it does not look like good basketball.
Really?
That's the
It's-
first half.
you know what? I think I want to roll with the 11 seed too, honestly.
Yeah, let's rock with it. Go for
I
it.
just always think there's like momentum build in that.
Yeah, we need something fun here.
And
And
that
I
leaves-
honestly don't think Xavier's that good. So
And that leaves Jordan and Bryant A&M versus Texas.
Xavier is a very hit or miss team, but
I'm gonna go Texas.
yeah, Texas is hot right now. Honestly, though, they're a hot basketball team. They just housed Kansas in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah.
They get up and down the floor. They are athletic as hell. Yeah, I think they control tempo again and just push that pace and run A&M out of the gym.
they got a good squad, man.
All right. And
I could see them in the Final Four.
That leads to Cam and myself, Indiana versus Houston. This
I
is
know
a
where
good-ass
you're
game.
going with this.
I am. I don't know. It's something about in my stomach is just like Indiana's gonna make that run. And to be fair, I'm tired of this 1 versus 2, so I'm deadlocked on Indiana making it.
You're not gonna get a no out of me.
Yeah. Like,
Houston's schedule has been pretty favorable. So
I just can't see every 1 seed making. I just can't.
I just don't think Houston's been tested like at all. So go Indiana. The Big Ten was strong this year.
All right. And then it's myself and Bryant, Mississippi State, Pittsburgh versus Texas.
Texas.
Broken horns.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not gonna get anything out of me on that one. All right.
Horns up.
And I'm gonna take Kansas over Howard. Easy peasy. Bryant, Arkansas, Illinois, 8 versus 9.
This is tough.
The
You're sure-
Jekyll and Hyde matchup of all Jekyll and
Yeah.
Hyde matchups.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is
This
like
could go.
I'm
like,
I'm gonna do 50-50 on all my brackets on this game.
It's literally a coin flip. And I want to go Illinois so bad because I'm an Illinois fan, but let's go Illinois.
There you go.
I mean, it's
I will say, fun fact, man. I don't trust super freshman led teams in the tournament much, so
Yeah.
can't hate that pick.
Can't
All
hate
right.
the pick.
All right, Cam, you get a very sexy 5-12 matchup. You get St. Mary's versus VCU.
I love VCU, man. I just do.
don't
I love
trust
their
St.
team.
I don't trust St. Mary's much.
Good coaching, man. They're always like just ready to rock in the tournament. Give me VCU.
VCU. All right, and Jordan, you have UConn versus Iona. UConn versus Rick Pitino.
I'm listen, I love me some Patino come tournament time, but I like UConn's team this year. I think Jordan Hawkins is a really good shooter. I like Sonogo. I think it's Sonogo and Klingon. They're 2 big guys. They control the boards. I like UConn this game.
All right.
There we go.
D6-11. We're gonna go right back to Jordan. We got TCU versus the winner of Arizona State, Nevada.
I don't really say am a fan of Arizona State or Nevada. I think Miles McBride has a big game, and I think TCU moves on.
Bryant, you get Gonzaga versus Grand Canyon.
Gonzaga next.
All right.
It's easy.
I get
I
Northwestern.
love how he just.
I mean, yeah.
No, it's the best.
7-10 is Northwestern versus Boise State. That'll be my game. I won't lie. I don't know much about Boise State. I do not, but I know Northwestern is a very solid squad.
Up and down.
Blue Boo.
They are. Coming out of that Big Ten, I just like that they've been battle tested the most. So I'm gonna have to go Northwestern just based off I don't know about. And Cam, that leaves you with UCLA versus UNC Asheville.
Yeah, I got UCLA, but UNC Asheville is going to cover the spread there.
All right, Bryant, Kansas and Illinois.
Kansas.
You know what? If you would have picked Arkansas, I might have leaned
that's
Arkansas over
That's
Kansas.
where I have Arkansas beating them for sure.
Just because I think Arkansas is like, I don't know. There's some Arkansas can just like have that one game.
Athletic, can push the pace.
Yeah, but I think versus
There's
Illinois,
no shot.
I think I got Kansas as well.
Yeah.
Jordan and Bryant, VCU, UConn.
I'm going UConn.
Yeah, I like UConn in this game. Once again, size, experience, shooting, talent on the floor. Overall, I like the way they play.
Cam?
No,
It's
it's
gonna be-
upsetting. It's fine. What?
It's you and Jordan.
Oh, it's me and Jordan? I thought it was Bryant and Jordan.
No. You
I
had
heard my name.
VCU. Did I say your name?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, right, because I picked VCU, duh.
I'm sorry. It's
But
Cam
yeah,
Jordan. I'm sorry if I said
nah, yeah, I would pick VCU, but I don't really have a reason. So if you want to rock with UConn, go for it.
Okay, we'll rock UConn. Jordan and Bryant, TCU, Gonzaga.
I would roll
Next.
Gonzaga. I think this is the year they make a run.
Yep.
I think defensively they can turn it up. They somehow still score 80 plus points. I don't really know how, but I think Drew Timmy's got a little chip on his shoulder. I think that team pushes through. I think they make a run this year.
Yep.
Cam, you and I have Northwestern versus UCLA.
I would take UCLA here.
I was really, really high on UCLA. And then they lost their best defender in the tournament.
Yeah.
And kind of made me skeptical. And I'm just like,
When did they lose him? Was it the?
It was like right before the
tournament. Mm-hmm.
See, they still like really powered through. Like they powered through Arizona State. They beat Arizona late. Like then they beat Colorado handedly, beat Oregon handedly. Then they lost to Arizona by 2. Like I don't know.
Sure, no, yeah.
Their defense is still pretty good. Like
I don't think Northwestern can upset them. I still think it's gonna be UCLA.
yeah, that'll be a close.
This might be a chalk bracket, but I think there's a possibility like it's 1-4. Oh. All right, Jordan, you and me, Kansas, UConn.
I mean, you have Kansas getting bounced early. I know that.
I said
earlier.
I said if they play Arkansas, I
if they
could
do.
see Arkansas.
I would have one of those games coming out. Yeah.
So Kansas is one of the teams that I'm high on. I've told you this. I think they could repeat because I really like Jalen Wilson. I think he's playing at an unbelievable level this year. I think Grady Dick's a guy who can shoot size. They have some good interior players, but they have really good guard rotation too. Their point guard rotation is really nice. But for the sake of not letting all the ones go through, and we got to, that never happens. UConn on this because I think UConn's going to muck up the game on them, and I think the other Hurley not named Bobby, who's their coach, is going to find a way to get it done. Let's roll UConn.
So I'm kind of wondering. I haven't looked. Is Bill Self going to coach the tournament?
Yeah, he's coaching the tournament. He's already back with the team.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he's back with the team.
Well, guess what? It's fuck Kansas, UConn. All right, cool.
Let's go.
Just for the sake of somebody's going down, right?
So we got Bryant and Cam, Gonzaga, UCLA.
Gonzaga next.
I got Saga. Yeah.
I think Zaga takes that game personally too.
Yeah.
I think they run.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's going to be a fun fucking game.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have on our Elite Eight, and in the South bracket, it's Jordan and Bryant, Alabama and Arizona. Let's get it going.
I don't know if there's much argument here. I love Bama. I love Bama. I think they're so good. They have experienced senior guard or upperclassmen guards in Quinterly and Sears. Sears can shoot.
You know what's gonna be awesome is when fucking Bama gets bounced the third round. Everyone's bracket's fucked.
It's
in the
gonna be
Sweet
screwed.
Sweet
Yeah.
16, they get
Yeah.
bounced.
By like fucking who
Yeah.
knows? Like someone weird.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen, but like I said, they got really experienced backcourt. Brandon Miller's so good as a 6'9" freshman. He can shoot if he's left open. And even if there's a guy kind of close to him, he'll knock it down. I forget his name. Their big guy. He's a sophomore. He's down low. He's 7 foot. He just grabs anything near him. I like the way they run their team. They get after defensively too. I kind of don't see how Bama doesn't make the Final Four.
Yeah, I agree.
I have Arizona, but
Damn.
not my team. All right, so that moves on to Purdue Marquette, and I believe that's Jordan and myself. Yes,
I think so.
Okay. Not the matchup I thought, honestly. Yeah, this bracket's very interesting to say the least.
That's true. I love the Golden Eagles.
I
would go
know
Marquette,
Purdue's like the 1 seed and Zach Edey, but once you get down to the nitty gritty, it's about guard play
Yeah, no,
over center play, and I just don't think Purdue has it.
I have Marquette going to the Final Four.
Like I personally think if Purdue and Duke go up against each other, I think
Duke's taking it.
Proctor
Yeah.
slashes Purdue.
Proctor ruins them.
I would take Duke over them as well, but yeah, I'm gonna go Marquette. I'm gonna go Eagles.
I like Kolek is really nice, and they get after it defensively. They are all in your face.
I just something about this Purdue team, and also Purdue in the past. Purdue loves to let people down.
No, this is a weird Purdue team. Somehow they're good though.
Indiana, Texas, I believe is Bryant and myself.
Texas, baby.
Indiana, Texas. Yeah,
Texas,
I'm
baby.
very high on Texas. I'm gonna roll the Longhorn.
I don't like Indiana, so Texas, baby.
And then it's Jordan, Bryant, UConn, Gonzaga.
Zaga, baby.
Yeah, even the Zags. I like the Zags. Like I said, I think they make a
I
run.
love how there's like no talk about Gonzaga this whole time. It's like Gonzaga.
Zaga, baby.
If UConn makes it there, it'll be interesting. But like I said, I think the experience from Gonzaga pushes them over the top. I think that they do this thing where they play like kind of slow in the first half, and then they turn on that zone and they start causing havoc. Strother is a 6'7" demon at the top of that zone, that press. Yeah, like I said, I think Zaga makes a run this year.
So our final
picks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 3 picks. Fuck you guys. I win. I choose.
So. Huh? No.
I won.
Jordan.
I think this is where we all should
Okay.
discuss.
Yeah. We can do that. Sure.
Oh, of course.
All right. So our final four: Alabama, Marquette, Texas, and Gonzaga. Let's go Bama, Marquette first.
Marquette, please.
I have Bama winning it all. So, but I like Bama. I think their 3-point shooting and their defense.
I'm with Bama too.
I think that would be a super.
Oh,
good
that would be
game.
an amazing game.
I think that'd be a super
awesome.
good game.
It will be fun.
I lean Bama a little bit.
3v1. That's fine.
I just lean Bama a little bit. Texas, Gonzaga.
Zaga, baby.
Zaga, baby.
I like I said, I think this might be the year Zaga makes the run and maybe does it. I would love Zaga.
I told
Zaga,
Jordan.
baby.
I told Jordan what yesterday, or the other day. I was like, "Watch, the year that Zaga doesn't have all the hype on him is the year that they fucking win it."
Oh, for sure.
All right, which leads us Bama, Gonzaga.
Zaga, baby.
That would be man. That would be really hard not to pick Zaga.
I'm picking Zaga.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna fucking do it, we're going Zaga.
Let's go Zaga.
I'm still rocking Bama, dude. I love
3v1 Gonzaga.
That's fine. I'm just saying. I'm
Here's
a
the
Bama
thing:
guy
they
this year.
both lose in the fucking.
All right.
Yeah, right.
What's the score gonna be for ESPN?
79-75.
If it's Bama and Gonzaga, that game might be like 91-86.
Yeah, it might be.
How about
or
80,
80s.
85-79?
I mean,
Go for
I think
it.
I think both teams score in the 80s. 87-81.
Yeah, do that.
87,
I think both teams. Look at the 80s.
I say
That game will be
80,
up and down.
87-85.
That's a good one too.
I think it's close.
It's going to be a close.
It's going to be a
Sure.
nail biter.
We'll go nail biter. All right.
Brandon Miller hits a game-winning.
Submit. The No Offseason podcast has selected the Gonzaga Bulldogs to win the title.
Let's do it, baby. I like it.
That'd be awesome.
No plus necessary. It's okay. We got it. $1 million bracket.
I do love Houston, though. For some reason, I love the Houston Cougars, man.
Let's hope that's not like the worst bracket of them all.
Oh
no,
we didn't get a single one of them right.
I'm just gonna be like, oh, son of a bitch, this is terrible. We suck.
How many upsets did we pick?
Oh boy, I have to
4?
look.
Not enough for. That's the problem.
Like I feel like an upset. Honestly,
we have
like
College of Charleston in the Sweet 16. We have UC Santa Barbara in the Sweet 16.
Nice.
We have
that's probably not.
We have
happen.
Louisiana Raging Cajuns. We have the Raging Cajuns knocking off the 4 seed.
That's very doable.
We have Providence beating Kentucky.
Okay.
We have Drake beating Miami. We have the 11 seed Mississippi Pitt going to the Sweet 16.
Okay.
And then the fucking West bracket is chalk outside of VCU.
Dude, it's amazing.
Beating UConn. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. I think it's doable. I think a lot of the lower seeds are actually pretty good this year. Or a lot of the
seeds,
upper seeds are like just not.
Yeah, that's why I took UC Santa Barbara. I don't know. I just looked at Baylor and I just got like.
Baylor is they're unless they're hitting threes, they're kind of up and down. They're a tricky one. They're a very tricky one, but
watch Purdue lose.
I mean, to lose one with playing teams.
And like I said, if Furman beats Virginia, I'm not gonna be surprised.
No, I mean I didn't realize that Furman scores almost 80 points a game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if Furman beats Virginia.
What are they at again?
Oh, sure, it's me. Just me.
Oh, my bad. They score 82 points a game.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, against a Virginia team, that's like the kryptonite if you can shoot threes against that zone.
Yep. All right, free agency talk. We made our bracket. Gonzaga's our team.
Mm-hmm. Let's go Zags.
Zaga, baby.
Go Zaga.
Zaga, baby.
It is when it happens, when it comes to fruition, we want our flowers.
I would be happy as hell for Mark Few. I would just be happy as hell for Mark.
Andrew Timmy.
Drew Timmy. One of the most likable Gonzaga guys.
I love some Drew Timmy. If you like the video down below. Subscribe if you like. No Offseason Podcast. We're also on Twitter. Find us there. No Offseason Podcast.
We hit 20!
Did we?
We hit 20!
Yeah!
Yes! Road to 30. Let's go, people.
Woo! No marketing. Got to 20.
Share. We also got to do better.
We are the worst marketing podcast in the world.
Yeah,
we
suck. We suck.
Of all time.
We do suck over it. But
for the Duke Blue Devil cam, we have Mr. Not number 1 pick anymore, Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Super Bowl team is in crumbles because they have to pay their quarterback.
That's fine.
And then roast one of my team. It's pretty
team
easy.
On the rise. Team on the rise, Jags.
The Hornets just suck ass.
That's true. Okay. The Cubs just suck fucking ass. Yeah. They do. They're fucking terrible. It's abysmal. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And with that, Bryant, do it.
I mean, I think they did just make a signing. I don't know if
who did.
Samaje Perine.